Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Health Check, where this is the opportunity where you can check in on you. Health Check is sponsored by Kingdom Health Connections, which is a health promotional resource center that cultivates a culture of health, wellness, and healing for you and the entire family. Good morning, everyone that's coming in. Remember to like, share. Let's share it with our family members, our friends. Let's get the information out there and let's hold one another accountable to a healthier lifestyle, right? Because we have purpose to fulfill, we have things to bring into fruition, into the earth, and we want to make sure that each and every one of us completes our assignment here on earth. So tag your friends, tag your family, like, share, and back someone about the topics today. As you see that in the month of July, it's all about healthy vision month. So the topics that are being shared throughout this month is to promote our vision, to promote good eye health. Last week I talked about eyelid health. And today I think if you're watching this, this applies to you. If you spend a lot of time on the computer, if you spend a lot of time on your phone, your iPad, any electronic device, today's topic is for you and for me as well. Because this is a reminder for me as well. I spend a lot of time on the computer. For the nature of what I do for work, looking at lab results, correcting and grade. I also teach, so correcting, grading things. I'm off for the summer though. Amen. Correcting, grading papers, doing various different things. It requires electronics. We're in a technology world, everything technology. If you haven't gotten on that wind and on that boat as yet, would make life a lot easier because that's the direction where we are going. Electronics is a part of our life now. The phones that we use, what we're looking at now today as well. We're looking at our laptop, we're looking at our phone, we're looking at our iPad, whatever device it is that we are using. But today's topic is for you. It's all about digital eye strain. This is very, very, very common, especially if we spend a lot of time on the computer. Do you know that on average, the average American spends more than 7 hours on an electronic device? More than 7 hours. That's a lot of time, right? And if it's a part of our work nature, it's a part of what we do for a living. Maybe we do live videos or whatever the case may be. That's a lot of time that we spend on the computer, on the phone, or any type of electronic device. And how many of us can attest to we may use our phone as soon as we wake up, we grab our phone. We grab our phone to see what time it is. We grab our phone to see the weather. We grab our phone maybe to look on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the case may be, just to see what might have happened the night before. We grab our phone very often, very, very often. So a lot of the times we go from our phone to our TV, to the laptop, the computer, then back to our phone in between. We don't give our eyes much rest like we should. And as a result, digital eye strain is what can happen. So what is digital eye strain? Digital eye strain is essentially a combination of eye problems or eye symptoms that occur because of prolonged use of electronic devices. So what are some of the symptoms that can occur? Some signs and symptoms of digital eye strain. Well, let me give you a visual aid. I think some of this we may see for ourselves. Our eyes may become red, they may become droopy, they may become irritated. Our eyes can also our eyes can become fatigued. Our eyes can become dry. Can become watery. Here's another example. If we start to do this after a while, we pull off those glasses. We're rubbing in between our eyes in the sinuses area because we feel that headache. There's some pressure. There may be even sore neck or back pain. There may be light sensitivity, difficulty concentrating, hard to keep our eyes open. These are some common signs and symptoms of eye strain. We've seen it, we've done it. We may even feel like it's hard to keep our eyes open too as well. And these are the signs and symptoms of digital eye strain as a result. Why? Our body, after a while, is just telling us, listen, take a break, take a break, take a minute. I need to rest. When we're on our electronic devices, there's constant, I don't know the technological word for it, but there's constant stimulation to the eyeballs. There's all these microfibers in the computer that are going off constantly, constantly, constantly. And we're looking at it, and it starts to fatigue our eyes after a while. And eye strain is real, but guess what? There are things that we can do to prevent eye strain. And I'll be sharing some of those tips with you. But I want to challenge you this week. This week's challenge, it's actually also a self-awareness check. I want to challenge you today. I get reports every week. Those of us who have iPhones, I get reports every week as to what my cell phone usage is. But in case you didn't know, look at your phone. Look in the settings portion and look at under settings, look at screen time. See what's the average amount of time that you spend on your phone, the average amount of time that you use your phone. Then go and look and see how often are you picking up your phone and using your phone. Where do you spend most of your time on your phone? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it YouTube? Where do you spend most of your time? You should be able to look this up in the settings option to see and become self-aware as to where you're spending your time, what you're spending your time doing. And then look back. How often do you experience those symptoms? How often do you look like the individuals in the pictures that I showed because of digital eye strain? Could it be that you're spending more than 7 hours on your digital device? And this could be causing eye strain. But eye strain is so simple to address, but become self-aware, know what's going on. What apps do you have running? Those of us in the Apostles House, even those who even tune in. If you don't and you're a visitor, this is the first time you're looking at this live, go ahead over to the Apostles House page, like it as well. Also remember to like the Kingdom Health Connections page too on Facebook as well as on YouTube. But there is teaching about the mind right now, and about 2 weeks ago, it was shared about the apps that we have running, the apps that we have open. And another symptom of eye strain is fatigue. We just feel tired. Our eyes look tired. They're drooping. We're not as sharp. Blurry vision is another thing too as well. Why? Because there's so much strain on the eyes. We've got so much apps running. We've got so many things going on behind the scenes. We're going from our phone to our TV to another electronic device. So all these things are causing eye strain. So this is your challenge. Become self-aware. What exactly are you looking at? Where do you spend most of your time? And on average, and if you're bold enough, go ahead, put on, if you're doing that now, go ahead and look and put how long average you spend on your phone. It'd be very interesting. It actually shocked me too as well. I can attest more than 7 hours on my phone. We spend so much time there, but let's hold ourselves accountable. I realize where I need to cut back, where I'm spending a lot of time where I don't need to. And yes, we know it. A lot of the times we find comfort in pulling up our phone. Maybe if we're in a socially awkward environment, we grab our phones as our safety net. We look on Facebook. Did nothing change but 5 minutes ago? It's the same storyline that's up there. Can we attest to that? Nothing has changed, but we spend so much time, but this can do a lot of damage to our eyes. So let's keep this in mind. So this week's help tip is let's give our eyes a break. And I'm going to share with you different ways in which we can give our eyes a break. One, we can literally just give our eyes a break. We spend so much time, more than 7 hours on average. Give yourself a break. There's actually an ophthalmology rule out there, the 20-20-20 rule. 20 minutes on any type of electronic device. After 20 minutes of use, look 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Just don't even look at the screen. Don't look at your phone. Don't pick up anything else. and just take that 20-second break. You might count, you might not count, but just take a break. Take a break. After a while, we automatically do it anyways. We take our glasses off, we're rubbing our eyes, we got to look somewhere else just to take a break. And it's good for our eyes. I want to assure you that digital eye strain, it can take up until an hour to completely resolve. But a lot of the times, as soon as we take a break, we look somewhere else. We don't pay attention to the screen. We're not trying to feed ourselves with something else to do during a certain time. As soon as we take a break, our eyes have an opportunity to relax. Isn't that beautiful? So let's take a break. Um, we might need to, even another tip is to adjust the room, adjust the room lighting. We might not need as much light on. If we're reading, having the light right behind us, or having the light directly shine on whatever it is that we're reading. Maybe it's on our Kindle or iPad. Maybe we're looking at some type of electronic book, ebook. So the lighting may or may not need to be directly, you can kind of tell what's the best fit for you in terms of where you can put the lighting. But a lot of the times we don't need as much lighting. We're getting lighting from the screen, but we just need a soft light to just kind of prevent so much strain on our eyes when we're looking at our ebooks. So having soft lighting, especially with ebooks, is good. If we're even reading a book, maybe we've gone from our computer to an actual book that we flip the pages with. If we're doing that, we just need that light directly on whatever it is that we're reading, so that way we can see well. Limiting screen time is also important. So if we don't need to use the any type of electronic device, even if it's the television, if we don't need to use it, just don't do it. Take some time to not watch TV. Take some time to not look at the phone. Take some time to just relax, to rest. Maybe listen to some music. Maybe listen to an audible book. Look outside. Sit on the back porch. Sit on the front porch. Whatever it is, just give yourself time to not have screen time, especially for children. Even though the American Pediatric Society recommends APA, it's not the society, the American Pediatric Association. I may be saying this wrong, but there's a board that recommends no more than 2 hours screen time. We know that our children deal with screen time a lot. What they have to use in school, or even what they enjoy doing, whether it's video games, but still making sure that the children have time. Remember, children have to get at least 60 minutes, depending on their age, of play or any type of physical activity in a day. Let's limit the screen time. Go to the beach, go to the park, horseback riding, learn a new trade. There's so many different things. But even for children, digital eye strain is real, and making sure that they take a break from the screen time. A lot of their world tends to revolve around electronics. Well, let's use the technology as a tool, not as a rule, right? Let's not let the technology rule us and how we spend our time. And let's even train the children to know how to live life, not around, per se, the technology, but use the technology as a tool for its rightful place, not at the dinner table, right? So let's give ourselves some, limit the screen time. If your eyes become dry, again, take that eye break. You can use artificial tears, if you will, artificial eye drops too as well. They have them over the counter. Again, this is informative. Always consult your primary care provider, or even your eye doctor, your eye specialist, in terms of what ways you can deal with dry eyes, because there could be underlying causes as to why the eyes are dry. But this is just informative. And use the eyewear when it's prescribed. If you're, like for me, I have eyewear. On my license, it says I need to be wearing my glasses or my contacts when I'm driving. So just use your eyewear when it's prescribed. If you should be using it on the computer, then use it then. Let's limit the eye strain. I think the big question that sometimes we may have is, can eye strain cause eye damage? It can definitely weaken the eye muscles, over time. And a lot of the times our body's already kicking in to let us know, like, listen, we need to take a break. So take that break when you know it's time to take a break. If you're having a hard time opening your eyes and keeping your eyes open when you're looking at the screen, it's time to take a break, or it's just time to rest. So, hey, we've got the decision today. As Deuteronomy 30:19 says, today we have the choice today between life and death, blessings and curses. I call on all of heaven to witness the decision that you and I make today. Oh, that we would choose life so that not only you would live, but our children can also live. Our descendants can also live. You may say, is this really a life and death thing? Yes, we can promote life by taking care of our eyes. We need our eyes. So let's take care of our eyes by reducing the likelihood of digital eye strain. As always, go ahead and put hashtag I choose life. Put how you're going to choose life this week. I've already checked for my week to see what exactly or how often I've been using my phone, my average phone use. I challenge you this week. Take a look and see what your average phone use is for the week. See what's going on with you. Check in, do your self-awareness check. Go ahead and put hashtag I choose life. As always, it's been a pleasure meeting with you this morning. Go ahead and put questions on the live. I do go back, I do look, and I do answer questions too as well. I pray that you are all were blessed. I'll see you here again, 9 a.m. on Facebook Live as well as on YouTube. Feel free to go ahead over to YouTube and subscribe. Put in the chat, or not put in the chat rather, but put in the heading Kingdom Health Connections, Health Check. You'll be able to see it, and also go ahead and subscribe on YouTube to get notifications. I'll see you then again at 9 a.m. next week, Tuesday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.